Hello. Oh god. Sorry. Good start. My headphone just made an awful noise. Oh god. Still not fixed. Let me try turning off noise cancelling and turning it back on for a second. Okay. That seems to have fixed it. Anyways, here I am. Good start. This stream was going to be scuffed anyways. So welcome to the scuffed Path of Exile stream. Let me make sure. Okay, yes, am actually outputting video. Gotta check that every time now. Yeah, so let's talk about this real quick, since this is a thing. I did do it, you know. I got them. I figure if they're going to complete the quest Strange Growth, that's weird that they're mentioning it as such in the stash tab. Okay. So they added 3 new stash tabs today. It's probably not too surprising to see how I feel about that. Basically, why? You know? I was really hoping that with the introduction of the seed storage that they added with Harvest, that they were going to go back and add some other sort of storage things. Like this kind of system right here. If we go back to... Oh, fucking... Why is it put you at Act 1? That's still stupid as hell. If we go back to my stash tab here. Why couldn't this have been a stash tab? Just the organ part. These currencies, why aren't these just in the currency tab? They're currencies. You use them to craft items. Why are these considered separate? This section, why isn't this placed in the metamorph area? Like, they have its own dedicated area where you put in the organs. Why isn't there a metamorph, you know, organ bin? Similar to how there's a seed, whatever they call it, seed stockpile. Yeah, this is just very, I don't know. It feels not good, and to be fair, the seed thing isn't the perfect solution either, because it is still, like, really annoying having an inventory filling up with seeds, and then, oh, you go to your stash tab, but actually you can't shove them in your stash tab, you have to go to your hideout if you want to put them there, which, I mean, when you're in mapping, doesn't really matter, but for leveling feels awkward, and even in mapping, it's still kind of weird to be like, oh, I can't click on this box to put my things in, I have to click on this separate seed box, and that's where I can put my seeds. So, inventory sorting needs work, and it needs work outside of just adding 3 new stash tabs. I feel like, they could really do a lot to help that out. What are with these blue guys? Are they supposed to look like that? I'm gonna assume not. Oh, there's a lot of texture shit that's not really working out so hot. I don't know what's going on. They took oak out of the Shadow Realm and put these golems in. It's probably just textures still, like, no, I was gonna say it's probably just textures loading in, but, like, I don't know, they've had ample time to load in at this point. Anyways, yeah, GGG could really do some work on inventory shit. Hopefully that's something we see in the future. And, like, also, please, like, give me an easy way of merging my, remove-only stash tabs with my not remove-only... Okay, sorry, this is why I can't play and talk at the same time. Please give me an option for remove-only stash tabs to be automatically sorted into my regular stash tabs so that when I have to, or at least when I feel like I have to clean up my standard stash tab, it doesn't take me 20 minutes like it did at the start of this playthrough. Again, it's really just a me thing, and like, I know that the majority of players just leave their remove-only stash tabs and don't do anything with them. But that feels kind of weird to me. I like having a clean stash in Standard. Which I know at some point is going to become untenable. And that's probably why other people have given up. Why is this guy so beefy? So yeah, I'll likely change my ways in the future to not care so much about my standard stash tab, but it would really just be nice if they had more support for inventory management in this game. Because it really is like a pain in the ass every single map you go into. Having like a bunch of different stash tabs that you have to sort your items into. Like the easiest solution would just be to have it so that when you control click into your stash, it goes to the appropriate stash tab. And I know that, you know, for niche cases, there are people who will be like, well, I didn't actually want to sort it into my, you know, dedicated stash tab. I wanted it placed here. But I don't know. There's things you could work around that. You could have like I mean, literally just a toggle button that says, like, you know, auto sort to stash, or don't, if it's untoggled. That's not that hard. Alternatively, you could bind it to a separate button so that control click is how it works right now, where it just goes into the stash tab you have open, and like alt click or something. I don't think alt click is being used at the moment, so you could have like alt click, have it sort to the appropriate stash tab if you want. I feel like most people do want that though. Here's the item I'm looking for. I typically forget to take this quest item, but I remembered this time. Somehow. Despite talking about other shit. So yeah. Don't know how long I'm gonna stream for. I wasn't expecting to start this late. I got caught up in some shit that I was already kind of tied to. But here I am. Made it through. Wanted to get lost in a little bit of Path of Exile for a bit. Because I have been really enjoying the new league. I still haven't really gotten super deep into the harvest stuff. What do I want to do here? I think I just got this. I think I'm working towards more block at the moment. I can't remember if I changed my path of building yet to reflect that I don't want glancing blows. I'm pretty sure I did though. Pretty sure I did. Dude. Slow attacks make killing Ghost feel like absolutely horrible. I mean, in general, Path of Exile really disincentivizes slow. Typically want to be going pretty fast at all times. But I don't know, it's working out, you know? The damage output from my slam has not let me down too hard as of yet. There are moments when I'm like, ooh, I definitely feel a little bit behind the curve right now. But I'm also solo self-found, which kind of happens. And I'm also not really doing my best at, like, actually picking items up to vendor, which is something you probably should be doing more often in solo self-found. Considering I'm not just going to be able to trade, like, an Exalt later on to get some, of the cheaper currencies. No, why am I even looking at these things? And here I am. A perfect opportunity where I could pick up some rares for vendoring purposes, and I immediately tell myself no. What are you doing wasting your time with that? But, you know, self-awareness and all that doesn't stop me from still not wanting to pick up items to vendor. Because that's another, you know, kind of tedious thing that I would rather not have to do. But vendoring, honestly, can't really be fixed at all. Like, there's just no better way of telling the game what you want to sell than just talking to an NPC and shoving the items you want to sell into it. It's just always going to be faster to not vendor things. So that's the route I end up taking. Look at that. Broke a pot and got a Chaos Orb. This is what I'm rewarded for. I forgot that you have to come down here before going in there. My bad. It is somewhat frustrating. Like, I do like this style of play and have been having a pretty good time with it. But it is slightly frustrating encountering, like, the majority of enemies I encounter, let's rephrase this, can be taken out in, like, 1 slam if they're normal, probably like 2 or 3 slams if they're magic, and most rares can be taken down in a few slams too. But every now and then when I encounter, like, a beefy rare, it's gonna take Warcry usage to get it handled in a reasonable amount of time. I am just kind of like, ugh. This build isn't doing what I want it to. Which is really not the build's fault. It's really my fault for not putting any, what's it called? How have I forgot this word? Investment. Not putting any investment into Warcry speed in the passive tree. And there are like 2 or 3 clusters that give you Warcry speed. I don't have support gems that give me speed either. You know. Well, actually, I do on this one. I don't on this one, though, because I've been trying to craft my gloves for so long. It's not working for me. Gloves just don't want to be crafted, man. What can I say? What can I say? I can't say that without, in my head, thinking of, "You're welcome." It's too catchy. I still haven't even seen the movie, you know, I just... When it becomes a meme, it kind of works your way, or works its way into your head. Ooh. Let's see how bad chaos damage is gonna fuck me over. Not that much, because I don't have energy shield, so I don't know why I'm that afraid. It's just these are kind of like a little bit scary. It is like a reasonable amount more difficult than your average encounter, and there's so many enemies that I could very easily get like stunned over and over and over again. Not to the point where I think I would die. I could die. But at the very least, I could get stunned into the point where I just like can't do anything in the encounter. Alright, so do I want chest full of gems or increase the rarity of item? Yeah. Let's go with that one. I don't know what you get at the highest tiers of all of the temple rooms, so I'm probably building my temple incorrectly. I'm sure the meta has things to say about the way I build my temple. But you know what? I don't build for the meta. I build for myself and what I think is good. And clearly, that is evident by how slow this build is. I'm not even going to be able to open up another room. That's kind of upsetting. No. Alright, I mean, I did do what I was set out to do. It's just, you know, I can't actually access that room. Cool. It's gonna take some work to get this build poppin'. It's gonna take some serious work. I'm there for it. So long as I don't die before that actually happens, I'll be there for it. I mean, that is pretty bad for me, considering I exclusively do elemental damage. But I think I can take it. That does mean that the enemies over here are probably going to be more resistant, though. Who am I killing? Where's the... Oh, over here. Wrong room. Like, I'm gonna be able to kill the architect most of the time. It's just, I don't do so hot on pack clearing. Okay, that was lucky. I'm so slow, though. Please don't do this to you. Ooh. Ooh. That hurts. You son of a bitch. Damn, dude. Can't believe they did that to me. I'm not going to be able to access any of these fucking rooms. Oh my god, it's pathetic. It is pathetic. I should have probably crafted the Arcanist box more. That was a mistake. I don't see Arcanist boxes that often. Forgive me. I probably should have, Well, what could I don't have any orbs of scouring, actually. What could I have even done? 'Cause I don't have a regal orb either, so, yeah. I don't actually think there was much I could have done in that situation. Can someone hit me? Yeah, okay. Thank you. I needed my endurance. I'm not afraid of traps because I think I'll die to them. I'm afraid of traps because if I died to them, it really will be the most embarrassing thing in my streaming history as of yet. I'm sure I'll do more embarrassing shit in the future. Monsters throughout the temple have... Okay. Hey, buddy. Watch it. Contains tormented spirits. That's kind of lame. Or lightning damage. I'm fine with lightning damage. Go ahead. I don't know what I actually get for this, but why not? What the fuck is the architect just doing sitting here? I don't think I've ever seen an architect just chilling in its own room. Okay. Well, that's the end of the incursion. It hurts. I should probably just ignore incursions for a little bit, because I'm just gonna, like, this is gonna be the most pathetic temple if I keep going into it. I just can't really engage with it yet. I'm not fast enough. Wow, someone hurt. I think it was the rare ghost. I don't know why, but my mana problems have just kind of like slowly gone away. I mean, it's probably just because A, I'm not really using mana that much, and B, as I gain intelligence, I'm gaining like a little bit of extra mana. I don't know, there might be... I don't think there's anything recently on the passive tree that gave me extra mana. It's probably just like ambient intelligence I'm getting without really paying attention, which gives me, I mean, just by having more mana, your mana regeneration is higher. Just because mana regeneration is all based on... I'm pretty sure all of it is based on percentage of max mana. I don't think there's any gain, you know, like 5 mana over time or anything like that. I think it's all percentage based. In terms of regeneration, at least. I know there's obviously leech and, you know, mana gain on kill, mana gain on hit, etc. I really should fix my gems, because I am not using the gems I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to have more auras. Different auras. I don't even think I'm supposed to be using this herald. I might keep this herald, though, because this herald is honestly pretty decent for clearing. Because if I do, like, big dick damage to a few enemies, that overkill damage is actually pretty significant. Yep. That's my constant reminder that I am mortal. Shouldn't be running into packs like that. Oh, that's the fucking... How did I miss that? It's literally been on my screen this whole time. Big dummy in the house. I'm thankful that this build is tanky enough that I can make a mistake that makes me lose half my HP and still be able to recover. These enemies do just hurt, though. Like those little ghost guys that throw knives at you are actually a little bit scary. I don't know. I guess I'll take this. I don't know why. I still have a life flask that I never use. I might as well make it better. Block. That's right. That's right. If this build dies, I do kind of want to do another build. Just because I've been milling one around in my head for a while. And I feel like this build is pretty defensive, but I could make a much more defensive build. Yeah, I'm done here. So yeah, I've kind of been milling another build idea in my head that I may or may not have to resort to, depending on how far this character makes it. 9 to life is sad. 27% increased armor is actually pretty sad too. Alright, here we go. This is the inventory sorting hell I was talking about. Go to... fucking... I renamed my stash tab so they would all fit. Like, that shouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem I have to consider. That, my stash is so fucking flooded that I can only name them with a single character, or they don't fit. Alright, Whalem, got your locket a while ago. Yeah, buddy. Basalt Flask, let's go. Although, actually, I think... Doesn't the Basalt Flask, like... So this is incredibly good. Just a 10% chance to avoid taking attack and spell hits is better in general than what you would receive from 3000 evasion rating, at least with my character. I mean, preferably if you're rolling evasion, you would have both of these. But, like, 3000 armor... I just don't see in my head, like... I don't see a situation in which I would rather have 3000 armor than a flat 10% chance to avoid taking damage. Maybe I'm crazy. The phasing is also really nice and can get you out of like a lot of dangerous situations, though. I just always prefer having a quartz and a basalt. Like, my typical setup is Quicksilver. This one changes, but like my two like super defensive flasks are pretty much always going to be quartz and a basalt. The one thing actually that is making me consider granite is because of the way Molten Shell works and how it buff can take damage equal to 20% of your armor. Yeah. So, that actually... You know what? It steers me enough in the direction where I think that can work. If I get to the point where I either put Molten Shell on the trigger or start using it more often. I probably should just start using it more often. Okay. Let's put away some more Scrisdums also. Hey, removing shock! That's just... pretty sick on its own. Not going to be upset about that. Alright, so bleed on 2, freeze on 3, shock on 4. I'm still probably just, like, if I ever am, like, suffering from bleed or freeze, I'm just gonna, like, spam every single button. Because that's kind of how that works. What am I doing? I was gonna put up my seeds, I don't really care. Let's go back here. Hello. Look at me, I'm mapping. It's weird that they have a harvest thing in this place, honestly. Ah. So, that was a lot of damage I just took, and I'm not sure what caused it. I was bleeding, but... it felt like I took a big hit, not big damage over time. The bleed was kind of secondary to the hit I took initially. Does this actually do anything for me? I don't think this shrine gets past my keystone. I'm pretty sure... oh. I'm pretty sure I get no benefit from having this shrine on me. Things hit harder than I would like them to right now. I've been running into that a lot lately. Maybe I should really consider going into my grove and doing a big crafting session again. I've got a lot of base types in my chest. My stash tab. so I probably stand to benefit from it. I also gotta remember to keep Fortify up. I keep forgetting. I'm just like walking everywhere. I need to be slamming into packs. Like that's 30% damage reduction. It's not insignificant. The farthest thing from it. Let me open it up just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. 60%. About 60%. Then I get Fortify up and it... It doesn't affect it at all. The like, character stat screen is so inaccurate in this game. Maybe it changed a number somewhere in there, but like that's not something I can really look at in the fly. On the fly. But yeah, you would expect your damage mitigation to go down somewhere when you activate Fortify, since that's kind of what it does. Hello. Probably a waste to use my flasks there. Oops, forgot I'm supposed to do that. Slam. Or Warcry. I'm not too afraid on this fight, because I've done it enough times that I know his attack patterns pretty well. Taking my time so I get my Fist of War, whatever it's called. War Fist. Oops. Walked right into that. My flask is good enough that it heals like all of my health. Like very quickly. Can't hit me, buddy. How many exerts? I've got all my exerts active. Dude. The whiffs. The most frustrating thing about slow attacks is whiffing them is so much worse. There you go. I wish I could tone back my mortality a bit, you know, like it's good to be reminded of my mortality every now and then, but ease up a bit, you know? I don't like how often I'm getting dropped to half HP very quickly. Armor does really start to drop off, though. Just as a mechanic, because hits get harder, and the higher damage things are, the less armor actually helps you. So, hello. Is this not the real staircase? Why would they do that to me? I don't know how damage mitigation actually works. There's probably a wiki page that goes into it in more detail. Abyss? But like, people say that endurance charges especially help out with armor, but in my head I don't really see how that works unless it's not all calculated at once. Like, if the endurance charge, like, percentage-based mitigation happens before armor, so the actual, like, damage values before going into the armor calculation are smaller, then I guess I could see why it is specifically helpful towards armor. But other than that scenario, doesn't it just, like, I don't know, kind of wash out? as just being as effective as it is on any other build. Maybe I'm reading into it wrong. This is not a good spot to be in, but okay. Somehow I just slammed and killed them all. Kinda claustrophobic in these hallways. Don't like what's going on over there, to be quite honest. You're a scary motherfucker. Made me fear for my life a little bit more than I was comfortable with. But again, like, tight corridors made that a lot scarier than it would have been if I was outside. Because I was just getting squashed into the corner. Alright, let's check out my farm. Oh, apparently I did plant things. Fucking forgot. So many vivid seeds. Alright, what do we got? A lot of plants, huh? Cool. Let's start over here, I guess. Oops, I forgot to summon my golem this whole time. Pop. Like, that still feels very satisfying. This is all socket color shit. Caster. Oh, this is garbage. Okay. 2 potentially good crafts there. These enemies are about as squishy as I would like. Speed, attack, attack, attack. Okay, I don't know why I read that so fucking... God, why it bugs me so much that this one is called Reforge and so is this one. Like, change that verbiage to upgrade or something. I don't like that these are both Reforge, because I read them as the same effect when they're not. Okay. So I could get some good shit out of that. What do I get out of you? These guys popped a little bit harder than the last ones. I need to stop picking up fucking wisdom scrolls. Reforge a rare item with a defense modifier, defense. Remove a random defense modifier. Okay. Remove a random lightning modifier is potentially useful. Let's start with... Oh, we've got 2 unique ones. What do I want to craft with first? I would love to get a good weapon, honestly. As much as I've been complaining about my defenses, I really want my weapon to be better. Offense is the best defense. So let me see, which weapon am I actually going to craft with? I think this one could be really good. And it actually doesn't take that much to make it good, so I'm just going to keep that as a backup. Serpentine Quarterstaff. Why did I keep this one? Because it's just a better base. It's just a better base. I mean, it has significantly higher max damage output. This one has 5 sockets, which is appealing. I think I want to craft with this one, if I'm going to craft with anything right now. Okay. No! I really should be crafting with this one, honestly. I also need... Oh, that's weird that that menu stays open. I also need, hello? More int. Okay, but I can just get that with 1 level. That's not that bad. Do I craft with this one or this one? Tough decision. I think I'm going to craft with this one. Do I even craft it here, though? Wait a second. Okay, yes. I've only got 2 shots at this. Not the best. Oh, wait. Oh. Those were... I see. I only had 1 shot. Oh, I have a shot on this one, I guess. Okay. I mean, looking between these two, kind of leaning towards this guy, as you would expect. It's not spectacular, though. What does it do compared to my weapon? Actually, not that much better. Not that much better. It could be so much better. Like, that's such a low roll on increased fizz and added fizz. The added fizz especially. Oh god, and look at how much of a low roll that really was. It's right at the bottom of that increased fizz tier. Upsetting. Okay. Well, I don't know. Is there anything else I can do here? Not really. Nah. I mean, I could change the colors on this if I plan on using it. Green, blue, green. I only have 1 shot at that. So I guess I would be better off crafting it with chromatics first. Alright, what do you got for me? Okay, so I could hope for something better, I guess. This would still apply to the fizz shit, wouldn't it? Because I would like to re-roll that 66 higher. Okay, it did work. 70 is better, but since I have a lot of chances here... Okay. No, I could go more. Okay, that's where I'm satisfied. That's better. That's better. Is there anything else I want to do here? Probably not. I probably want to try and craft better body armor. Which one is the better base? Wait, that's not how I should be looking at this. I think this is. Whoa! Okay. 71 max life. That caught me by surprise a bit. Yeah. I like that. Oh my god, it's from a, Wait a second. Hello? Oh, it is from a hybrid mod. When I hold Alt, it's kind of hard for me to tell what I'm currently wearing and what I'm looking at. Because, like, when it's over here, it's on the left side. Like, the item I'm hovering over is on the left side, and the item I have equipped is on the right side. But over here, it's reversed. It's probably just that it puts the one you're hovering over closest, but I never really noticed that before. Alright, the armor sucks. Like, the 24% increased is really shitty. However, because it has better armor just by being a higher level base type, that's not actually that upsetting to me. So that's pretty sick. That's my new armor. New boots are honestly probably the next best step up right now. Not upset about those. It also has the meme number in it. I wish it had movement speed, but honestly, right now defenses are more important, and I mean, to some degree, you can argue that movement speed is a form of defense, which is fair. But I don't care. I think other defenses are more important right now. Alright, condense that. Did I ever condense this shit? I think I forgot to. Yeah. Condense this shit. Everything else that was there was garbage. Except the red socket, but I'm better off just using chromatics right now. Why do I have one seed? Oh, that's the tier 2 I picked up. That makes sense. What can I do? Including a defense modifier? I might as well try on like a helmet or something. What's worse, my helmet or my gloves? Probably either, honestly. They're both not spectacular armor-wise. But, I don't know. This isn't spectacular. Whatever. Let's just go for a helmet, see what we get. What do you got? Oh, holy shit. God damn, I'm getting lucky today. Let's try for gloves. Nah. Nah. Alright. See ya. Probably just condense. I should really be doing some shit with my farm. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know I should be doing some shit with my tier 2 seeds and all that. I can set up these. I would need more pylons, which is hilarious because I just could have made a bunch, but whatever. Cool, dude. Very cool. I'm gonna go swap out my equipment real quick. Actually, now that I think about it, I didn't even look at the sockets on things at all. Also, that would have been a better crafting base, but I guess I'll just throw it in my tab for now. Yeah, see, like, that amount of sockets ain't gonna cut it. Those gloves were not better, the helmet was. Body armor was. What am I doing here? Wait a second. I have a lot more chromatics than I do any other... Well, I got jewelers, I guess, but I still have more chromatics than jewelers. I'm gonna try and get a green. There you go. Now I can finally link all this shit up. As I have wanted to for a while. I can put this shit on my gloves. Because it doesn't matter if those are linked. Let's see. What else is going on? I need Well, actually, I probably don't need to mess with my sockets at all here. Swap out my armor. Put Molten Shell on, like, my boots or some shit. What did I have linked to this that actually mattered? Fortify and Leap Slam. Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, these are the bad boots. Put on the good boots. Okay. Molten Shell can go there. Intimidating Cry can go there. Perfect. Let me make sure I actually did put on all the better equipment. Yeah. Oh god, those boots were so bad. Yeah, this is a big upgrade right there. Should be a lot better now. That was a good crafting sesh with the boys. I want to go quickly peep what I can do over here. Let me see how my resistances are. Decent, but need a little touching up. That was expected. Alright, that's max socketed, or max modifier. Okay. Have to put on a prefix, so let's make it good. Increased armor would be probably best. Yeah. Increased armor. That's a lot of alterations, but I got them... Oh, no, I got the middle of the road roll. I thought I got the max roll. Alright. Decent. I swapped out boots, too. That's right. Alright, can't put a suffix on it, so I guess I'm putting move speed. I'm 1 chaos away from being able to afford the better one, but... Dude, that blows. Got the low roll, but whatever. It's on par with my other boots. There's not a lot I can actually do for resistances, unfortunately. I never even swapped out my weapon. Because I do think the weapon I got was better. I had a stash in my house, I guess, but... where is it? This guy? Yeah, I mean, that's an improvement. I lose out on the 15 to 29 fire damage, but the fizz damage more than makes up for it in most cases. I could also craft on it. Let me see what I can do for the sockets, because obviously the sockets aren't how I would like them. Okay.
Hello.
You're not who I want to talk to. Please. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It shouldn't be hard to 4-link something. Getting reds is actually going to be pretty damn hard here. God, I got all blues, man. Give me all reds. Oh! He has done it! Alright, and now I need int, which I'm just going to take a temporary level away. And I'll put that back on the next level. Tectonic Slam. Elemental damage. Like I said, like, these supports aren't horrible, but they're probably not best in slot. And I really don't want that to go away. Let's quickly. See what I can craft on my weapon. Alright, I can craft something. Ooh, I could craft either suffix or prefix. I'm spoiled for choice here. Increased fizz is not allowed, because I already got that. Added fizz, added fizz, added fizz. Am I blind? Oh, already has it. Alright, then I would either be going for... I could put... What am I doing? Increased fire damage. That's what I should be putting on it. Alright. Ooh. Nice roll. Pretty sick. Should be doing considerably more damage and taking considerably less damage now. And also my life got a decent chunk added to that as well. Moving on in this world. Still haven't found the way down in this place. It's probably on the left side, I guess. When I get a chance, I should really talk to Lily. Get my support gem sorted. The thing I've kind of like half been waiting on is for Path of Building to get the new gems all situated so that their stats are appropriately calculated. That's what you gotta be worried about. Those enemies had corrupted blood. If I didn't have a bleed removal flask, that could have been death. Get out of here. What's my Fist of War actually down to now? I keep checking it because I want it to be good. Every 2.21 seconds, every single time I look, I'm disappointed. I need to look back at that. Like, this... Does the PoE wiki... Okay, the PoE wiki has it. At level 20... Oh, they don't have any of the information in yet, though. That's upsetting. Oh, okay. Did they nerf it? It says 1.8 seconds at level 20. Let me look at what they originally posted. Give me a sec, this is important. I need to know where to direct my anger. Full list of crafting options. Here's the 2020 gems. Fist of War. Ah, fuck, I'm stupid. It is 1.8. Ah! I only have myself to blame! I thought it was every 1 second at level 20. Turns out I'm the one who's wrong. It's fine. It means that it's probably not going to be staying in my build, though. 1.8 seconds is like... God, they so confidently advertised that it was going to be super beneficial for slow attacking characters that, you know, you're going to be getting it on nearly every hit. That is not true. Like, I have literally no... Sorry, give me a sec. Delirium got me spooked. I have literally no investment in attack speed, and I'm using a slow-ass two-hander. Even still, if I hold down my fucking right mouse button, I'm attacking quite a bit more than fucking once every 1.8 seconds. Jesus. As so goddamn low. Or to be more clear, so goddamn slow. Please don't one-hit me. Okay, that scared the shit out of me. Those guys who pop are like... They can one-hit you. Like, if you get... if you stand right on top of one of those popping motherfuckers, you will die. Yeah, okay. No cluster jewel, but some essences, I guess. Not super exciting. I didn't really look at what the rewards were. I tend not to, because, like, A, most of the time it's just going to upset me because the rewards aren't something I care about that much, and B, any sort of attention being drawn away from delirium can very easily get me killed by delirium. Guess I'll take that chromatic. Oh, I never replanted my seeds after crafting. Let me go do that real quick. What does a shabby have to say to me? Oh, that's not a shabby. I thought that yellow shit was an exclamation mark for a quest. I'm dumb. Really? That's all my blue seeds? It's upsetting. I know I have a lot of vivid seeds, so I'll double plant. Triple plant? No. Not triple plant. Ugh. It's not even worth keeping around. I'll take up my blue ones too, because, like, you know. It's gonna be a pretty sad crafting session if I keep it. Like, this is what your stash tab should do. For all currencies and stuff. Like, there are multiple pages of seeds here. Just like there are multiple different stash tabs. I just want to be able to control click, like, I've got a few seeds here, I got a few seeds here, I've got a few seeds here, I got a few seeds here. I just want to be able to control click everything in my inventory and have it automatically open the correct page and put it in. Is that so hard to ask? I don't think it is. You know, you give us these options for inventory management, and you've kind of made it more tedious than just, like, the majority of people buy a quad stash tab and just shove everything in it completely unorganized until they eventually have to deal with it, and it's a huge pain. That's not inventory management. It's just, like, I don't know. Doesn't solve the problem at all. Doesn't solve the problem. And I think they get that too. I just wanted to quickly check how fast I can actually do both my war cries. It's still not as fast as I would want it to be, but it's faster. That's for sure. Is there? I forgot. There is, like, no boss over here. It's kind of a weird anticlimax to this area. Alright. I might just do this one act today, since I started so late. Which, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling at the end of the act. I might go a little bit longer. I like having good stopping points, though. That's a beefy motherfucker. Oh, never mind. When I war cried up, he wasn't as scary. Yikes! God, that's the problem with slow attack speed, is that, like, you can be caught up in a place you really have to get out of, or you'll die. But can't really fucking escape it. What was that item filter noise for? I don't fucking give a shit, it's gone. There's nothing valuable over here. Ooh, nice. Well, actually, it's a large that... Well, I mean, I still don't have the large cluster jewel I'm looking for, actually. It could be good, potentially. Oh, goddammit, I just opened things up. Delirium. Okay, it's gone. Oops. Don't pick up that trash. That's a boss? Oh. They're a team. Fucking rares are so much more dangerous than that fucking unique enemy. That's how most unique enemies are, though. Like, outside of big important boss fights, unique enemies in most zones are just kind of whatever. Oops, I forgot to put on my Herald after I messed around with my jewels. Or gem slots. Sockets. Too many words in this game. Too many words you have to keep up with. Trying to have a fucking normal conversation about things. Abyss. It was frightening last time. And I'm still in, like, tight corridors. Not sure how much I should be excited to engage with this. Oh, I accidentally popped it. Oh well. Guess I'm engaging with it. God, my attack speed. Too slow, man. Having to shout like 3 times before actually doing like a decent amount of damage is really kind of draining on me now. It's starting to not become as acceptable as it used to be. It was never good, but it was like acceptable. Delve item. I don't know what the delve uniques are. So I don't know how exciting that should be for me. Oh, fuck. Ice Drain. The return. This fucking... I don't know why. I've got big head or something. Because, wearing headphones for too long tends to give me a headache, too. Multiple reasons for me to be upset right now. What cluster jewel did I get? Increased attack damage. It's also like passable for me to use, but not spectacular. I didn't really check what the exclusive notables for attack damage were, though, so maybe they're sick. I don't know. I don't know. Is this just one of those areas I'm supposed to run through? No. This is the place where they shoot at you. Right? Maybe I'm losing my mind. I know there's definitely some area where dudes shoot at you when you walk up to the door. I'm not going completely crazy yet. Nope, this is just where you fight them. I'm pretty sure it was in Act 6, and I just, like, missed it. Oh well. Wait, isn't there something else here? Like a... Oh, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. I think there might be a crafting recipe somewhere out there. It's probably not important. And if it is important, I'll figure that out later and can adjust accordingly. Okay, so that's the attack you really don't want to get hit by. Okay. Glad I noticed I was taking bleed there. Could have been bad. Nice. That fight isn't usually bad, but I have had trouble with it in the past sometimes. I think this is the, is this the one I use? No. This is the one I use. Like, all the time. I don't remember where you get that one. It's probably one of the Act 9 ones. Oh, no, wait, actually, no, never mind. It's probably one of the Act 9. No. I think it might be from the White Beast. I don't know. The one that I'm about to fight in a cave. I'm not the right person to ask these kinds of questions. Fucking 1.8 seconds on Fist of War. It's insulting. It's insulting! I definitely know there's a quest that I need to... I probably need to go back right now for it, actually. Because, like, you need to get a necklace to put on a pedestal in this area. I think it's this area. Let me go back and see. What's up in town? Yep. A level. That's the one. 2%, 3%, and then 6%. Which will bring my block total up to 40 something. Not bad. It's not max block, but I'm not gonna get max block with a staff unless I take glancing blows, and I'm fine with that. I've made my peace. Yeah, there are 2 paths in this level, along with the quest I have to do here. I don't know why alterations are so fucking hog in my item filter. I'm not sure if it's just because of solo self-found or what. Let me go back, because I want to find the other things in this level before I go in there. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Yeah. That's how I feel about most items. Eh. Okay. Come on now. Where's the thingy? Isn't this where I'm supposed to... Yeah. That's what I thought. Where do I slap this necklace down? Not over here. It's usually on the left side, I thought. Oh my god. Up. Right up there. Not on the left side. I can't really tell if my defenses have actually improved that much out of switching my armor. They feel a little bit better. What the fuck did you possess? Or did he not possess? I think he just ran away. Nope, nope. Someone got possessed there. I guess I don't really know how ghosts work. I thought it was, once they disappear, they either possess something or they don't. I didn't realize you could draw someone into their, little circle to force possess them. Not how I thought that worked. That was not a smart thing what I just did. I just kind of like zoned for a bit and very easily could have died if that was like a critical strike. Shrine. Okay, sorry, Temple. I know. I know. I can survive in you. I can kill enemies in you. But I can't kill enough enemies quick enough to actually get any benefit out of the temple, so I'm not going to do incursions for a bit. Need to wait on that until this build starts to feel a bit better. And it's probably not going to feel that much better until I fix my socket setup. Because, like, I know my support gems aren't where they should be. I'm aware of the situation. I also, like, never put down my totem. It's not that big of a deal, though. So that's the beast boss. Whatever its name is. Let's just go ahead and do it right now. There's no reason not to. Outside of potentially dying, I guess. Oh shit! Don't kill me, dude. Don't do it. It's really hard for me to tell what the fuck the damage sources in this boss fight actually come from. Like, I don't know what he does that hurts. I know it has something to do with, like, the dark shit on the ground, but I don't fucking... Like, it just doesn't feel like the boss is doing it. It just feels like I'm getting hurt from somewhere else unrelated. It is the one. 1% additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently, up to a maximum of 5%. Seems like a good pick for Jug. And is also, like, the only thing I ever pick from, the lesser gods. Lots of seeds this time around. Nearly all of them yellow. I'm sorry, Alva. I'm sorry. I know you want some attention, but I just can't do what you want me to right now. Too slow. Too damn slow. Kind of a problem. I should probably also endeavor to get stun immunity. If possible. It should be possible. Because getting stunned mid-attack is not only, like, super bad for slow attack speed, it can also, like, very easily get me killed if I'm trying to leap slam away and just get stun locked. Nope. Had no idea fire damage was here, but I guess I'm glad I explored. Oh, I kind of had to for the fireflies, yeah. I guess I played the game correctly, and I'm happy for it. Am I done? Yes. Okay. And the instance didn't even disappear yet. Dude, fucking Golem is so squishy. I just wish I could tell him to not attack so that he stays alive longer. It's a lot of chaos damage that would have hurt if I was a squishy, armorless energy shield boy. I typically do run energy shield, so it's pretty nice. Not having to worry so much about chaos damage. Like, I can just take that and it's not a big deal. It doesn't go through all of my effective HP. I don't know why I buffed. I really could have killed them pretty easily without buffing. Oh, fuck. I just clicked out of the game and moved a window. Let me make sure I didn't mess anything up. No, I'm good. I'm good. Fuck off. Wow, they're fast, huh? Look at me, I got a power charge for blocking. What node does that again? Is that the node I just got, actually? Oh, fucking make sure I'm not gonna die while looking at the menu. No. What was it? Was it over here? It was that one, yeah. 6% chance, or no, that's block. 20% chance to gain a power charge when you block. It's actually kind of surprising how... Well, I probably had it happen a decent amount of times and just not noticed, actually. I was gonna say it's surprising it hasn't happened more often. I'm sure it has been happening every now and then. Oh, fuck. I can't hold a single item in my inventory? Yeah, that's kind of stuffed, huh? Yep. See ya. Sorry, bud. Can't actually interact with that. So I only need one of these. Wow. It's a lot of armor. Which one is the higher item level? 55, 56. You're gone, Buster. Honestly, just fucking sell that shit. Not even gonna ID it. Okay, probably should ID it. Oops. Don't know if that was worth it. I think that actually got me less. Okay. I guess that's probably the amulet I would rather be rolling. Is it good? No, but I should not sell it. I should hold on to it and potentially craft it. Ooh, what a mess of inventory items I have to fucking look through. Ah! God, and I missed one. I knew it would happen. I didn't even ID these. They suck. Oops. Oops. Okay. Should be good. Nope, forgot one. Should be good now. Alright. I love to sort my inventory. It is my one joy in life. What? For what? What did I do to deserve that? Garbage? I guess I should hold on to it, right? For the whole unique transformation thing. I suppose it's worth holding on to. Okay, can't make that. I'm not, like, super in danger like I was a little bit ago, but I still don't feel like I'm totally on top of my defenses at the moment. Like, I know I'm taking a lot of hits right here, but I feel like... I don't know, shouldn't more of that have been blocked, or does that count as spell damage? Or spells? I think that would count as an attack. Maybe I'm going crazy, though. But I felt like, okay, let's just sit here. I'm not blocking, like, shit. I'm not blocking anything. I'm not... Where's my block? Maybe it was just the snakes that were actually doing attack damage and the other dudes were spell. Let's sit here. This should be a better representation. Ouch. I feel like I blocked none of that. And my recovery is still shit. My recovery will get better after I do the next ascension, but... Wait, can't I do the next ascension now, actually? I haven't really thought about that. I think I can, though. Yo, how's it going? How's it going? You almost distracted me enough to go into a temple I didn't want to go into. We gotta play Lethal League again. Came to relieve stress. Well, you know, that's the benefit of entertainment. That's what it's here for. I'm glad to help where I can. Trying to root your cell phone? Well, I have no experience with that, so can't really help you out there. Can't help you out on that one. However, if you had any questions about Path of Exile, I'm your guy. I'm actually not your guy. There's like much better people out there, but I can pretend like I'm your guy. Seems to work out well for me. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Enjoying a good video game. It feels like I stun so much more with Leap Slam than anything else. Like, is that an actual thing about Leap Slam? That it has higher stun chance? Apparently not, so I don't know. I don't know why I stun so much with it. But look at that. It's like every single hit is a stun. Is it happening with Molten Strike and I'm just... Or sorry, Tectonic Slam and I'm just not noticing? No, I don't stun for shit with this. I don't know. Don't know what the deal is. This map is always kind of weird for me. It's like the exit is near the top, but like slightly tucked in. Yeah, no worries, man. It really feels like I just can't stun with Molten Strike. Does it say something somewhere? No. With my quick glance that really didn't read everything I had to? No. Wonder if that's a bug. Because, like, damn, I stun so often with Leap Slam. It's like 100% chance, seemingly. Let me see, is there... It probably says something on the stats screen, huh? Offense. So if I go to Leap Slam... Wait, stun duration modifier? That's not what I'm looking for. Do they not have a chance to stun anywhere? I mean, I know that the way stuns work is it's based on how much damage you're doing relative to their HP. But it feels weird that, I mean, yeah, stun duration modifier exists here. And I have no ignite chance at all, despite having ignite shit here. Additional fire resistance, penetration with weapons. Nice. Anyways, yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know what's up with the stuns. I just kind of noticed that I was like regularly stunning things with the Leap Slam and nothing else. Maybe Molten Strike is just not allowed to stun. Or, sorry, why do I keep calling it Molten Strike? Tectonic Slam. Really does, now that I've noticed it, feel like a bug though, because there's nothing I can see that tells me it shouldn't be able to stun. So I don't know what the deal is. Like, it does count as a hit, right? I know you need a hit to stun. It can't be damage over time. Or at least I'm pretty sure it can't. But I'm pretty sure it still counts as a hit. Like, even the branches and everything count as a hit. And not just, like, fire damage over time or something. Although it does seem like things take fire damage over time when they stand on the branches. The majority of the damage looks like it comes in from a hit. No, wait. It's not what I'm looking for. I thought that was the exit. It's just Alva. This is the exit. Finally clear my inventory of all the fireflies. Not that that actually solves my inventory issue, because the majority of it is seeds that I just constantly ignore to put in my seed stockpile. More delirium. Frightening. Ever so frightening. I'll do it, though. I'm a man of the people. I don't know what a lot of the delirium modifiers are, too. Like, I never got comfortable enough with it that I was like, oh yeah, I know what this guy's doing right now. So I see a bunch of shit sometimes, and I'm like, what the fuck? How afraid of this do I need to be? Should I be super afraid right now? Whoa. Never had that happen before. Probably not the best idea to jump into enemies and then Warcry like that. Should really Warcry on the edge of packs if I have to. I think this is going to be its own area. Or, sorry, not its own area. Yeah, just a continuation. It is going to super buff the enemies because it counts as, like, really far away from the starting point, though, I think. Oh, well, not that that actually mattered. It's gone. It's gone. Woo! Damage over time multiplier is not great. A single fossil is kind of disappointing. I should really take some crafting bases. I mean, Amber Amulet is fine to craft with also. But that went well. Was never in too much danger. Or maybe I was and I just didn't know enough to know that I was actually in a lot of danger. Either situation is plausible. I didn't feel like I was in danger though. So that's saying something. I imagine if I had opened a door like that, and I was under the effects of delirium still though, might have been a little bit upset. A little bit more upset, at least. Alright, just shove a shit ton of seeds in here. I don't want to plant anything else right now. But I will shove a bunch of shit in there. Minions deal 10% increased damage. Minions deal 10% increased damage. Awesome. I love it. I can't be upset when I got a cluster jewel that like worked with me so early on. It's a very nice looking projectile from those spiders. Like how chunky it is. This is always the longest fucking level. Endless tomb and catacombs. Just keeps going and going. Now I have beasts to worry about. Oy! That was an unfortunate amount of chaos damage. Because my like single strip of energy shield survived, like I wasn't even sure that I wasn't at full HP for a little bit until my like brightness started to close in, because that's what happens when you're at low life, which is a really good indication of being at low life. So props to them on that one. I think it's a Diablo thing, though. It's been so long since I played D2, I honestly don't remember what parts of Path of Exile are, like, directly tied to Diablo. No. Dead end. I always forget how many levels deep this shit is, too, so I'm constantly like, surely this is the last floor before the boss. Elemental Equilibrium. What is that one again? It's like, did they tell me? No. Elemental Equilibrium. Isn't it? you have to, like, switch elements or something. Well, I should probably just type in equilibrium. Yeah, this one. Enemies you hit with elemental damage temporarily gain 25% resistance. Yeah. So you want to be swapping elements. Which is something I can't do. So. Not that big of a deal, though. Just kill enemies in one hit. And it doesn't affect you. Ha ha ha. Wait, was that a... No, it's just a chromatic. Making sure I didn't leave behind a sick socket. Could have gotten some sick jewelers out of it, but turns out it was just garbage. Nothing to be excited about. Get out of here, guys. See, that's a sick socket. Don't care. Don't care. Goodbye. Just trying to make it a little bit safer so I can level real quick and get the notable. Decent damage increase, decent armor increase, decent block chance increase. Not a bad node at all. There's so many, like, crafting recipes just out in the open in, like, huge sprawling areas that I'm really not surprised if I've already missed one in an area I just forgot had a crafting recipe. God, the fucking, like, fog disappearing when I got in that corner made me think I was about to die. Still not the end. There's more to come. I guess the fog disappearing was because on the bottom floor it doesn't have fog. And I just got, like, outside of the box that decided to have fog in it. Alright, here we are. Boss time. I don't see that much trouble in my future. Little frightened, though. Little frightened. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna drop a portal scroll down in case I need a fucking mad dash out of here. Sorry. That wasn't that scary. I was frightened, though. I just wasn't sure how much damage these things did. But now I'm reminded that I'm a tanky boy and can take a few hits. It's not actually that big of a deal. God, I just don't fight this boss up close, ever. So I've got no fucking clue what his attacks are. I'm doing some big dick damage to him, though. Okay, he's already eating that bitch. I'm glad I've got Einhar to back me up. So that's my favorite attack. I love the fucking huge balls that come from the edge of the arena. Are you gonna go under again? He's being very nice and standing in the same place for a really long time. Yeah, he's just gonna die. See ya. Well, that wasn't that bad. Psyched myself up a little bit more than I needed to. Alright, let's see. Cannot be stunned if you've been stunned or blocked a stunning hit in the past 2 seconds. I really want stun resistance. Let me see if, like, I want stun immunity. When I stun an enemy... cannot be stunned. Okay, like, actually, that node is putting up more of a fight than I thought it was at first. I completely forgot that it had cannot be stunned in it. I still think this is a good node. God, that's a good node too. And this is a really good node. Wait. Okay, no, wait, I just fucking freaked myself out, because I think the ordering of the modifiers is different on Path of Building, or it's at least displayed differently, because they have different font and stuff that I thought they'd changed the node. But no, that's the same. Let me look at stun. It's stun duration and shit. Stun threshold, that's stun... Cannot evade enemy attacks, cannot be stunned. See, I want to evade them sometimes. I don't want that necessarily. No, that's stun duration on enemies. Oof. They don't really give you a lot of stun prevention. Outside of just hoping you have a lot of HP and can deal with it. Well, looks like unless I take this Ascendancy node or that Keystone, I'm gonna be getting stunned. I guess I just have to live with it. That's fine. That's fine. Alright. Act 8 completed. Wait, Act 7 completed. This is Act 8. Are you supposed to be invisible? Is that intentional? Did I click on this waypoint? Probably. I don't even think you have to click on the waypoints at the starts of acts. I think they just count as clicked. Pre-baked into them. Another delirium. Wow, those things are common. Gotten so many of them leveling. Probably not going to pop off on this delirium encounter because it's such a huge area. It's such a huge area that I'm probably not going to kill nearly the amount of monsters it wants me to get the rewards. Since it's based on, like, I'm pretty sure it's to some degree based on the max amount of enemies in the area at the start of Delirium. Oh, well, fuck you guys. You either walk away from the guy making you invincible, or I give up on you, because I'm not killing that guy. No. No thank you. My soul fight is full, not surprising. Hey, I got the 4th reward tier. Maybe I'm not that bad. Maybe I'm not that bad. Yikes! On death effects. Gotta love them. Delirium is very much the you stand still, you die league. My damage is not really outpacing these monsters anymore. Oh, fucking... Delirium ended just as I was about to get that whole fucking squad. Whoa. I mean, it's not specifically good for me, but... Oh, come on. Really? Why is my inventory so fucked? I'm just gonna... I don't want to. Is there any garbage I really don't care about? Fuck the chromatic, I guess. I don't want to say fuck the chromatic, but I guess I have to. Four inventory slots for one reshuffling of socket colors isn't worth the effort for me keeping it. It's so weird, like, never using my full attack speed. Because I always hold back on it to get Fist of the War popping. And I also don't really need to attack at max attack speed. Because I typically kill things pretty easily with one slam. My second slam is usually just like slight cleanup. If they're normal enemies at least. Not rares. Marmoa, you don't look how I remember you looking. Maramoa. Don't sell that, I guess. Probably want to hold on to that also. Just because it's a good base. Same with the gloves. Ooh, those are kind of good right out of the box. Those are not bad. You read what is that, Dick? Pretending I'm racing is... I think that's still my title. I'll lurk here for a while. Thank you, thank you. Dick got me confused. I'm pretty sure you're talking about my title, though. I think that's... Yeah, pretending I'm racing to 100. Dick, got a dirty mind. I don't think I care about the Amber Amulet, honestly. I have the other crafting base. Okay, let's fucking... Like, the majority of my inventory can't be sorted here. Let me go to the Grove to get rid of my seeds first. Of which I have far too many. Sick. I saw that, were you, playing Path of Exile with Dawn earlier, Al? How'd you guys like it? What do you think? Thoughts and prayers for the squad. Did some yesterday. Nice, nice. What act did you guys get to? Another session tomorrow. Gotcha. I don't know where to sort these. Actually, I'm gonna vendor most of these. Still in Act 1. Take your time. Don't mean to rush you or anything. It's, although, if you look at the rest of the Path of Exile community, you will definitely feel rushed, because the general consensus among people is if you're not going fast, you're not doing something right. But you don't have to listen to them. I'm running one of the slowest builds I've ever run, and it's working out decently. Haven't run into too much trouble yet. But I'm sure there will come a moment. Probably, like, the second I get to mapping. I am just gonna be turbo fucked and die instantly, I guarantee it. Alright, what of these do I actually want to keep? I guess I'll keep... Just to have, like, one of each. I guess I'll keep these. They are currently the best. Oh wait, that's not the tab I should be keeping them in. Keep them in this one. The rest of my crafting shit. Might as well ID this. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Not a single notable off of that. It is the best I could hope for, isn't it? I think the best you can get for small passives is 3. Dawn didn't realize how big the skill tree was. Oh, that poor soul. And he said he's played it before, so he doesn't really have any excuse. He doesn't have any excuse. Dude, I kind of hate how this is set up. Okay, I can get away with 2 letters and still have it minimum size. D for delve. This is going to be... Oh, fuck. Delve and Delirium both start with DE. Right? Delirium doesn't start with an DI, does it? No, it's DE. That's what I thought. Fucking... Ugh, that makes things complicated. You know what? This is gonna be MI. It's not the Delve League anymore, it's the Mining League. And this is gonna be DE. And this is gonna be ME. BL. F. Oh, I guess if I'm doing 2 letters for everything, FR. DI. Oh, wait. No, yeah, that works. Yes. MA. OR. Okay, if I put in a B, it does extend it. There you go. Slightly more readable, but still horrible. Alright, I do need to go back to turn in some quests. I should do a checkup on that to make sure I haven't missed anything. Nope. Oh, I did miss some things in Act 6. Fuck. I'm bad at that kind of thing. 2 rewards. What do you got? God, the textures are not loading in for me this time around. I'm not sure if they updated the game or what, but I'm seeing a lot of invisible guys lately. Okay. So I definitely want to level you. 15% increased armor. It's pretty good. Along with the offensive benefits I get from that. Still haven't leveled over to this endurance charge. So let's start working our way towards that. I think I'll get another skill point from this. Yeah. Talk to Aramir for your reward. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I got the skill book and just couldn't put it in my inventory earlier. Sick. It's another max endurance charge. Now where am I leveling towards? I think I need to reopen my Path of Building. Yo, he's done it. He has actually done it. The race for 100 is over. We've got a first place. You're downloading PoE too? I'm glad I got a bunch of people into it, because it's a fun game. But damn, congrats. Let me get the full name. Congrats, Jose El Diablo Armageddon. Fucking absolute madman. Has basically non-stop been playing the game. So for all of you guys who don't really have context on just what racing to 100 entails, they basically never stopped playing. Multiple people stream the race, but it's like non-stop 24-hour streams back-to-back with as little sleep as possible in between. I mean, Harvest came out when? On the 19th? Harvest came out on the 19th, and it took 5 days of basically non-stop grinding to get to level 100, and people race for it. There are multiple people trying to get to level 100. It's fucking crazy to me. Absolutely insane. Okay. Let me open up my Path of Building so I actually know where to path to next. Alright, do I really... I guess I do. Like, this is a really, really good, solid life node. I think it's worth pathing through here, and also... I mean, the critical strike chance means nothing to me, but the elemental damage penetration, increased elemental damage with attacks, like, that's solid. And the 10% plus 30 life is pretty nice. They're probably... I mean, I might rework that in the future, because there's probably some better, closer life I could get. Like, it wouldn't be horrible to get this life instead. In fact, it's probably actually much better. In fact, I'm going to change that in my Path of Building right now, because that's actually not that beneficial to me to go all the way up there. Fuck, dude. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. I am pretty short-sighted when it comes to planning my tree, and there's a lot of, like, optimizations that I could do. I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. Oh wait, I think I can take off... yeah. Well, I have 2 nodes that I have no idea, or 2 skill points I have no idea where to put now. Yeah, it's a lot to learn and to figure out how to actually build a decent character. It takes quite a few hours before you start feeling comfortable with everything. I don't know, man. I don't know where to put those 2 passive trees. I'm not... or passive trees. Passive points. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I know where I want to path to next, and I'll leave it at that. It definitely does. It takes a long time to get used to the game. That's not too controversial. Alright, I can do the second ascension, so I'm going to do that real quick. But I mean, I'm an open book. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away if you need any advice for how to build a character. But it's kind of hard to even, like, know... oh, what the fuck? How did I miss that? It's hard to know what questions to ask at first. So I understand if you don't really know what to ask. Where was it? Chamber of Sins level 2, I think. I mean, there's always room for more genres. Necklace. Never tie yourself down. I have to constantly keep reminding myself how easy it is for me to die, though. Because, I have a few brushes with death every now and then. The one thing I can say is, like, super easy advice that, like, most people... it doesn't take too long to figure out, but it's just, like, helpful to know in advance. At the beginning of the game, it really doesn't matter at all. Once you get to Act 4, though, if you don't have your resistances close to max, like, this is pretty bad. The fact that I don't have maxed resistances right now, for elemental resistances, at the very least, is pretty bad for the point in the game I'm at. So I could definitely work on that. But currently my equipment is, like, solid in every other regard that I feel like I'm comfortable enough leaving a little bit of resistance out on the table. And also, let me get hit by something. I shouldn't have killed that guy. Hit me. Because the way my character works, I gain endurance charges, which give me resistances themselves. So I'm pretty much always at max resistance, because I'm pretty much always at max endurance charges. But in general, when you hit, like, Act 4, if you don't have your elemental resistances capped, you're going to start taking some serious damage. Because around that point in the game, they expect you to have, like, really high resistances, so they really boost the damage on elemental attacks, because you are capable of completely mitigating 75% of that. So in order for elemental damage to be a threat to most characters, it has to hit absurdly hard. Which means that for those not prepared, you're gonna have a really bad time taking, like, 1,000 damage in elemental hits. And also around Act 4 is also where I try to get some, like, status effect purging flasks. So flasks are pretty easy to craft. Like, it doesn't take that much to get some decent flasks. In general, you, like, as, like, counterintuitive as it might seem, you don't want a bunch of life flasks. Like, that's what a lot of people do when they start out the game, is that they're like, well, health is something I'm concerned about, so I'm just gonna, like, take 3 health flasks and 2 mana flasks and I'll be set. The downside to life and mana flasks is that they stop their utility when you're capped on life or mana. So, like, you see this flask lasts 3 seconds, but if I reach max HP before that 3 seconds is over, it cancels the effect of the flask. And the downside to that is that these utility flasks, which in general have longer duration anyways, well, not for the mana flask, because whatever, who cares about mana flasks? The utility flasks will apply their benefit for the entire duration. Like, there's nothing that cancels utility flasks effects. So that's why you want, like, purging effects on your utility flasks, because not only can you instantly press a button to get rid of bleed, or instantly press a button to get rid of freeze if you were frozen, you also have immunity for the full duration of the flask, whereas if you put that kind of immunity on a life flask, you would get to max life and just not be able to use it. What types of utility are there? I don't have the best knowledge of all the flask types, but Quicksilver, pretty much you're always going to want one, just because it makes the game feel better, like being able to quickly move into the next pack of enemies is always welcome. Similar with boots, like, you always want some movement speed boots, because not only is movement speed a solid line of defense for actually avoiding damage, but it also just makes the game feel better when you can move quickly. So there's Quicksilver flasks, you've got Silver flasks, which give you Onslaught, and does it tell you what Onslaught is anywhere? No. Onslaught gives you, like, 20% movement speed and, like, 20% attack speed, I don't know. It's something like that. It gives you move and attack speed. I don't know the exact numbers, but that's what Onslaught does. It's probably not best in slot for me right now. I could probably have a better flask, like Sulfur Flask. Sulfur Flask is just increased damage for the duration of the flask, which is probably what I'll swap out there. There's 2 forms of defensive flasks, like this one. You have Granite Flask, which gives you 3,000 armor, and the other one, like I said, I'm not super great on knowing the names or anything, but Granite Flask gives you 3,000 armor. There's another kind of flask that gives you 3,000 evasion rating. And the ultimate defense flasks, which are kind of like buffed up versions of the armor and evasion rating one is the Basalt Flask, which is the one I typically use. Gives you 15% physical damage reduction, and especially if you're a character that doesn't get like scaled physical damage reduction like that anywhere else, having that like raw 15% fizz negation is really nice, because a lot of things start to hit real hard no matter what damage type it is, so being able to block physical in some form is usually welcome, because unless you have armor, you aren't going to be blocking. Also, that was more dangerous than I would have liked it to be right there. I'm not paying too much attention to the game right now, which is not the best. I'll focus up a little bit more so I don't die. So, 15% fizz damage reduction. Great flask. I pretty much always use a Basalt Flask. And outside of that, there's one that like puts smoke on the ground. Which is like, I don't know how great of a utility that is. I think it lowers enemies' hit chance, so that like effectively if you have like high evasion to start with, the smoke can be good. And also the alternate to the Basalt Flask is the one that gives you, I don't know the name of it, I think it's Quartz Flask maybe? Gives you 10% chance to dodge attack damage and 10% chance to dodge spell damage. And dodge is different than evasion. Dodge is a separate stat that is just like completely unscaled against, like, the way evasion rating works is it takes the monster's chance to hit and calculates that against your chance to evade, and that's the end result on whether an attack is going to hit or not. Whereas dodge is just a flat, you know, you have a 10% chance to not take damage while that dodge is active, the effective dodge. And there are permanent ways of gaining dodge on the passive tree and in other various places. Like, there's tons of unique items in the game that do a lot of cool shit that you can build around. I think that covers most of the flasks. The only other flasks are flasks that you should never really use, like bismuth flasks that boost your elemental resistances, and there's like more specific ones too that not only boost your elemental resistance but also gain you a chance to dodge elemental hits. You should never have to worry about that unless for some reason like you're taking self-damage of some sort and really need to mitigate as much self-damage as possible. Then maybe there's a reason for those flasks, but in general you should just have your resistances maxed out and not worry with those flasks. I think that covers flasks. I might have missed like a couple weird ones. There's also unique flasks. I mean, like I said, there's tons of unique items in the game. Unique flasks are no exception. There are, I mean, pretty much every like super optimized build, you're gonna find them using at least one unique flask that gives them a solid benefit over any other flask. Mana regen. Worth. That's what it's all about. When you get the damage to fucking clear a room in one swing. That's what it's all about. I am in a lower level area than I should be, but I forgot to get this earlier, so there you go. I got that thing. Now I can leave and do the Ascendancy trial I was trying to do earlier. Oh, actually, I could just teleport straight there. Whoops. Alright. I guess I'm just going to level life now, yeah. Could use some extra life. I really should be going over to the Scion Life Wheel, which is like another thing that you'll learn if you watch other people build like characters in the game, is that most people call this the Scion Life Wheel because this is where the Scion starts, and it's a huge wheel of increased life nodes. Life is king in this game. The safest way to play the game is have as much effective HP as possible, along with other defenses. But if you don't have like a certain amount of effective HP, like by the point you get to mapping in the game, you're really looking for about like 4,000 is like as low as you want to be. 3,000 is like maybe doable, but you should be shooting for higher life than that. And especially, like, thing worth noting for if you're going for Energy Shield does boost your effective life, but unless you're going to go for this keystone over here, Chaos Inoculation, you need some life also. Because the way chaos damage works in this game, just like elements, you can resist it. And sorry I said elements like a fucking dumbass, but I was going to say elemental damage at first. You can resist chaos damage, but it's much harder. There are much less sources of chaos resistance than there are elemental resistance. So most of the time, unless you're like really gearing for it, you're not going to have that much chaos resistance, which is fine, because there aren't that many heavy-hitting chaos damage enemies in the game. Most of the time you're fine with, like, no chaos resistance whatsoever. Like, if you want to super optimize your character, obviously you should resist against whatever damage you can resist against. But the most important thing to note about chaos damage is, unlike any of the elements, chaos doesn't have, like, fire damage. The debuff associated with that is damage over time, right? You're gonna take fire damage over time. It's burn. That's what fire does. Cold slows you down or freezes you. Lightning, most people don't really recognize what lightning is doing, but the extra benefit to lightning is that it makes things take more damage with shock. That's what the shock effect does. So if you are shocked by an enemy, you take increased damage from every other source while shocked. Which is why having a flask that removes shock gets a lot more important in the end game. But chaos resistance, there are forms of chaos damage over time, like poison damage is chaos damage over time. But the main thing that chaos damage does is it goes through Energy Shield entirely. So you can't necessarily rely on just Energy Shield if you're like a magic dude and want to roll Energy Shield. Unless you're taking Chaos Inoculation, you get 100% immunity to chaos damage, but you have no life. So you need Energy Shield. You need a lot of Energy Shield. Most people don't take Chaos Inoculation unless they're confident they can swap over and have like 7,000 to 9,000 Energy Shield. So Chaos Inoculation is a hard one to work with, which is why most people who are super investing in Energy Shield, like, you don't just want to get like these huge Energy Shield clusters. You also are like, you're gonna want life, and a lot of builds are gonna take this life wheel just because of how ridiculous it is. Like, you just get so much fucking increased life by heading over there, and since it's in the middle of the tree, it's pretty accessible from every single build. You just like path on down wherever you are, and obviously the right side of the tree is a little bit harder to get there, but you find your way. For now though, since I have access to life over here, I'm just gonna take that. And move on. Cruel Labyrinth. And this is another thing you guys need to ensure you do as soon as you are able, is the Labyrinth, which is another thing that's pretty easy to miss as a new player. Not really realizing how important this is, because why would you? The game doesn't really explicitly outline how important the labyrinth is, but the way the labyrinth works is I showed you earlier these ascension nodes, which are like super meaningful, powerful passives you can get on your character. You have to do the labyrinth to unlock those passives. So not doing the labyrinth is really shooting yourself in the foot. And you'll figure out how to unlock the labyrinth as you play the game. That's easy enough to understand. Alright, so this guy hurts. I want to be a little bit careful. It's the one with the shield, which I'm not that afraid of. Still hurts. Don't get that confused. He still hurts. Okay. No biggie. Did like a third of my health with one hit, which was a little frightening, but we made it through. You typically do want to be doing the labyrinth like as soon as you are able to, though, because despite, I mean, the first labyrinth is honestly easier than Act 4, which is where you would be making the decision to do it or not. So I definitely would recommend doing the first labyrinth like as soon as possible. Second labyrinth, though, I don't know. Honestly, this probably is easier than doing Act 8. And you get such like a huge benefit from doing the labyrinth that it is always a good idea. God, I hate traps, though. Boy, oh boy, do I hate traps. I refuse to die to traps on this character. Kill me literally any other way. Kill me because I'm not paying attention and I'm autopiloting. Kill me because I'm just underprepared for an area. Don't kill me because I fucking stepped in a trap, please. Anything but that. Secret. Labyrinth secrets are pretty easy to find because the, so long as you have your big map open, which I always do, the map still displays that there's a pathway. So you don't really have to look out for a switch or anything. Oh, fuck. Big enemy possessed by a ghost. Kind of frightening. Gonna be a little cautious, because I don't know how much damage that guy is gonna do. Can he come over here, please? He's like standing directly. Okay, he doesn't have that much life. I'm not that afraid. Not that afraid. That's like the benefit I usually get excited for in labyrinths, is a permanent shrine effect. So now for the rest of the labyrinth, I'm gonna be fast. It's probably the best shrine effect I could have gotten to. Yeah, see you, Nicholas. Thanks for hanging out. You successfully installed a custom ROM. Awesome. Sounds good. But yeah, talk to you later, man. Glad the Path of Exile has become infectious. Is that where I want to go? I should have looked at that. Yeah, this is probably the path I want to take. Colosseum plate. I think that's a worse base type than the one I currently have stored, so I'm not going to worry about it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on. Please. Like, I'm in a labyrinth. Like, work your way through it. That's like the scariest shit in hardcore, as you can probably imagine. Luckily, I wasn't in a really dangerous area, so I didn't mind taking the latency. Like, if that happened mid-boss fight, I probably easily could have lost my character. Which is why most people don't really bother with hardcore in Path of Exile. Oh, awesome. I love dead ends. I guess I am gonna go through Trap Hell, then. This is not a very inviting place to be. Fucking... Oof. Really? That's not where I'm supposed to go? Okay, lever. Oh, fuck off. So traps do a percentage of your health as damage, so they can remain dangerous at any level, no matter how many defenses you have. That being said, there are some traps that can be defended against. Like, those still do physical damage, so if you have physical damage reduction, I believe it still negates some of the damage of those traps. Similar to the fire traps, like the floors that heat up, that is fire damage over time, so if you have some fire resistance, which you should, it doesn't hurt that bad. Alright. No more latency, please. Can't take that during the boss. Super welcoming of my increased attack and movement speed. I'm gonna break some of these portals because I don't really want them for the entire duration of the labyrinth. What the fuck was going on over there? I'm not sure, but I don't want to deal with it. I think it was one of his attacks. Alright. No more portals. Ouch. Only had to do one panic life flask there. And I probably should craft my my flask up better so that it is instant either at low HP or recovers more at low HP, or just an instant flask, because honestly I just really like having an instant flask. I like having a reliable panic button. So fucking fast with my Quicksilver. Nice. Cartographer's Chisel is about the best you could hope for in one of those. Sure, I'll go this way. Well, why not? I can ignore the silver key. So I'm pretty sure the node I want to go for is the, like, I feel like I would be dumb to not go for the recovery one, because, like, that's the one thing I'm kind of hurting on in defenses, because I don't really have that great of recovery. Alright. The final level of the labyrinth always fills the boss fight with traps. Which, I mean, come on, man. Come on. You didn't have to. Alright. 2 keys. Nice. Currency on both of them. Decently acceptable for solo self-found. Alright, gloves or boots, and this time I can actually slap it onto something. It's probably going to go on to whatever I'm going to keep longest, right? I guess my boots are slightly better than my gloves, so... 10% reduced mana cost of skills if you've been hit recently. Honestly, not that bad. Not that bad. No thank you. Get my seeds out of there. I guess I should put this in... Nope. In here. And essence. There you go. Sorted. Alright, yeah, right? Like, the additional fizz reduction, the additional damage, nice and all, but... Come on. Just 2% life regen, 5% reduced damage taken, double armor from my body armor, and the biggest one, 1.5% of total physical damage prevented from hits in the past 10 seconds. It's regenerated as life per second. Not bad. Should be a decent increase in recovery. It's like if I ever take a huge hit, I'm going to regenerate it back pretty nicely. And I would assume it works for blocks too, so if I block a hit... I mean, right? Like, let me reread that. Yeah. Prevented from hits. So, like, yeah. If I blocked an attack, that counts as me preventing damage from that hit. I would... Why did I go to my hideout? I meant to go to... Well, I guess I can do it here too, why not? I can't see why blocking a hit would not count as preventing that damage. So I should be able to regen it back. Alright, it is 1:30. I know I didn't do too much in this stream, but I don't know. It's been 2.5 hours. It's not that bad. I think I will head out for the night, even though I only did 1 act. It does mean that the next time I play this... I mean, I'm gonna start way earlier tomorrow. I started so fucking late. So tomorrow I'm gonna start earlier, and I'm gonna fucking smash through Acts 8 through 10. Hopefully, and get to mapping. But yeah. Until then, I will see you later.